Hello, everybody.
Howdy!
So, we've got a little bit of convention stuff to cover.
You're not going to make me sit through these talks and, pick them apart, are you?
No.
Thank God. Oh, thank Allah. Oh, thank the source.
You'll have to excuse if you hear some background noise. We got both puppies in here, and they're kind of wandering around. It's getting warm outside, and so they're in here with us.
Yes. So what are we going to be looking at, dear? What is it that our wonderful viewers have sent us that they want us to critique?
Okay, so we're going to be covering propaganda, fake news, watchtowers, half-truths and lies from their public information department, because we know they give this information to the news media for these fluff pieces for their conventions.
So you honestly think this is going to be a challenge to me?
No.
Yeah, because it's just as simple.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. Yes, it is a challenge for you.
Okay.
To stay awake or stay calm.
Yeah, well, I make no guarantees about staying calm or even staying awake.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to realize, guys, that whenever these conventions are going on and Watchtower is, put forth in the local news media, you can't believe for 1 nanosecond that the news media is doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. Otherwise, there'd be no commercial ads on any news stations. It's all about the money, and they will say whatever they're getting paid to say, and that includes the Watchtower and Babble Crap Society.
Yes. So what we're going to show is we have a news clip here, and I will put the link down below to this news clip so you can watch the entire thing for yourself. But this is from Bakersfield, California, here in the United States. And I want to thank everybody for sending me all this information that we're going to be covering. So let's play the clip from the news piece.
And listen very carefully how it's worded.
The Jehovah's Witness Convention is back in Bakersfield. The annual 3-day event draws thousands of people to the heart of the city, bringing big business to downtown. The Jehovah's Witness Convention is back in Bakersfield this weekend. The free local summer tradition spanning 25 years draws 25,000 people.
I've been coming here for over 20 years. I met my wife here over 16 years ago, and so for me it has a special place in my heart.
Dexter Valencia lives in New York, but he comes to Bakersfield every year to represent the convention. The 3-day event started Friday and ends Sunday. The convention takes place over 5 weekends during the summer at the Mechanics Bank Arena.
It's something that I look forward to each year. We're excited about it, and it's a really fun event.
This year's theme is Declare the Good News, which is great news for the Marriott Hotel because now every vacancy is filled.
Draws 25,000. Now, because of what I found that I'm going to be talking about here in a minute, is this 25,000 that they're drawing, are they counting just the 3 whole days that they're going to have the convention? Are they counting that and they're counting all these people 3 times? Or they mentioned it's going to be 5 conventions in that particular city this summer. So are they counting all 5 as drawing 25,000, which means that's only about 5 drawing 5,000 per convention.
And that's what would be my best guess. So even if they're only drawing 5,000 Jehovah's Witnesses per convention, those numbers have dropped from when we were Jehovah's.
I'm thinking...
Remember?
Yeah. For a while we went down to Phoenix, Arizona, because we lived in Cottonwood, Arizona for those years, and a lot of times we would go to Phoenix or we would go down to Tucson. And I always remember, at the very least, like 8 to 14,000.
Mm-hmm. At its peak would be about 14,000, somewhere 12 to 14 at its peak. And we all know that would be on a Sunday, and that would be probably the morning crowd.
And that was the 90s, like in the 90s.
Yeah, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
So to have these kind of numbers spread out over 5 conventions, that's kind of ridiculous because Watchtower could actually shorten the number of conventions. Why don't you show them what you found?
Okay, so I got to thinking, it's like, all right, it can't possibly be 25,000 because when you look at these pictures and you look at how empty this is, and that whole end, is empty, and nosebleed, there's very few people in the nosebleed, but look at how empty this convention is. I'm guessing 6,000 to 8,000 at the most.
Maybe 3. I'm not going to go that high with 6 to 8. I'm going to go with 3, but you guys decide for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. It could only be 3. And the reason we say this is because in the clip, they say they are at the Mechanics Bank Arena in Bakersfield, California. And when you go to their website, look at this here. Do you see the red circle? Capacity 10,000. So that means every seat would have to be filled to get 10,000 in there.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, think this is a smaller arena that only holds 10,000, and look at how empty it is.
So based on what Jehovah's Witnesses have said and what they've done in the past, they've always gone to rent the largest of venues for their conventions. Now they're downsizing, which is what we already all know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Mikey, I'm going to put the still shot up here of this guy that's probably from the Public Information Department because he says he's from New York and has been coming to this convention for 16 years.
As a representative, right?
As a representative.
Okay, well, here's my first take. The guy's got a beard. Now, here's the issue that I take with this. Do you remember, Kim, several years ago, we had somebody contacting us saying that they were having a Bible study with one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and the student showed the conductor, the Jehovah's Witness, one of our videos, and the conductor said, well, he can't be a Jehovah's Witness because he's got a goatee. Can't say that no more, because if you Jehovah's Witnesses are sending brothers as representatives from New York with beards, well, wait a minute, I got one even better than that. Remember years and years and years ago, if a brother grew a beard, it was a symbol that he was weak. He couldn't be used because he's a weak brother. And now they're pushing all of these weak brothers in front of everybody. Even in positions of authority. I'm going to send you and you're going to bullshit the news media.
Well, it's interesting because all these news clips that we're showing, look at all of the brothers that are wearing beards and goatees.
Yeah, but see, here again, I said this a while back when they first started, talking about wearing the beards. I says it's not really going to catch on until some of the higher ups at Watchtower start wearing beards, and here it is.
You know what else you said?
What?
They were going to have to become Jesus freaks.
Yeah, I've said that because the Jehovah business model built on 1914 is dead and gone. Have you got some proof that they've become a Jesus freak religion now?
I've got a clip for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
We do our very best to live by Bible principles.
That's a commission that we received from, in the Bible, Jesus Christ did that. He sent out his disciples 2 by 2.
We love people. We love Jesus. We try to imitate him the best we can, and we just want to bring them good news.
Predictable. Predictable. Did you hear her? And we love Jesus. I have a thought-provoking question. All of those ex-Jehovah's Witnesses that have gone that route of Jesus, all of the non-Jehovah's Witnesses that have inserted themselves into this community trying to convince Jehovah's Witnesses to love Jesus, are they still going to be hanging around doing videos now that we can see plainly they become Jesus freaks?
Well, that's why a lot of them is taking our old information now and doing videos.
Yeah. Guys, This is so simple when you look at it completely in the context and through the microscope of business. They have no choice, and I've been saying this for years, and here we are. You heard it herself. You heard it yourself. And we love Jesus because, see, for too many years, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses and non-Jehovah's Witnesses have been all shouting in front of our cameras. They don't know Jesus. They don't love Jesus. They're only Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. What's going to be next? We come before you, Jesus, thanking you for this daily bread. It's going to happen. They don't have a choice because the Jehovah 1914 business model is buried with that generation. But they're going to do it in slow increments because it's the frog in the water.
Okay, so we have another convention. Now, I want to thank all the people that have sent me this information. El Paso, Texas, which is another large city, not too far away from where we live.
Yeah, because that's only like 4 hours south of us.
Yeah.
Well, do you realize that if we were still Jehovah's, we might have been assigned to that circuit assembly?
Yeah, we might.
Circuit or district? Oh, regional. But when you look at the numbers, you'd think it was a circuit assembly.
Yeah. So, now, you just seen a huge arena in Bakersfield, and attendance, we don't have numbers out of that one because, we just don't have attendance numbers. But APIMO was paying attention for the attendance taken on Friday, just day before yesterday, in the morning and the afternoon, and they let us know.
Now, this is El Paso.
Yes, El Paso, Texas. Now, it's not a huge arena. It's just a small,
It's probably an assembly hall. Jeez.
I don't know. I don't know where they had it, but look at the picture here. Look at all the empty seats. You see all of this? And you see it's not a huge stadium. But,
how pathetic.
We got a couple of pictures here. Look how empty it is. And I'm sure they were saying they were going to draw thousands. Okay, now I have the actual attendance because, like I said, the PIMO...
Are you mocking them? We're going to draw. It doesn't mean that's how many are going to be there. They might as well say, we've invited millions to come.
Now you're making fun of me.
No, I'm not. I'm really making fun of them.
Yeah. Friday morning, 2,862. I know, I was surprised too.
That number's not accurate. There's no way that number can be accurate. For a district, for a regional, really, it is a district convention. All they did was just rename it as a regional convention. That's all they did. So this is their summer district conventions.
Well, it's not a large circuit assembly, if that's what you're wondering.
It might as well be with these kind of numbers.
Now, the people thought this was interesting because in the afternoon, it dropped down to 2,734. So they lost about 130. And it's interesting because the PIMO was talking to a Jehovah's Witness, and they said, "Oh, I am so tired. I think at the lunch break, I'm just going to leave and not come back."
No, wait, what? Could you repeat that?
I think at the lunch break, I'm just going to leave and not come back.
So you're leaving Jehovah's table of food?
Yeah.
You're really going to surrender your life for leaving Jehovah's bountiful table. Go figure.
Right?
Jehovah's Witnesses, Watchtower, governing morons. Can you not see what's being communicated to us from the PIMOs? Your people are sick and tired of the garbage at Jehovah's table.
So what I did is, I believe it was in the first clip, they said that there's going to be 6,000 conventions worldwide. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't been to jw.org to count them. But that is what the Public Information Department gave the news media. 6,000 conventions earthwide. So I just figured, well, let's average it to 100. If 100 Jehovah's Witnesses are leaving at the lunch break and not going back for the afternoon session, even for one day, times 6,000. That's 600,000 Jehovah's Witnesses leaving after lunch to go home and...
I guess Jehovah's spiritual table isn't providing good, tasty spiritual food anymore, is it, governing body?
Yeah. Now, since I mentioned Tucson earlier, I got to thinking, I wonder what Tucson's numbers are doing now.
Please tell me you got a news clip of the Tucson, and... well, let's just play it, and I'm going to see if I can spot somebody in that crowd.
Your mom?
My mom! Yeah.
Let's play the clip.
This weekend, Tucson welcomes thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses for their annual convention, bringing a wave of faith and fellowship to the city. This year's theme is Declare the Good News.
This is the first day of our regional convention.
The Mafucci family have driven in from Sierra Vista for the convention.
And Tucson itself just has so many sites. It's just a nice place to be. Good restaurants, good food, good sites.
A 47-year tradition, the convention will bring in an estimated 3,000 people today to Tucson. Organizers say congregation members have booked hundreds of hotel rooms and will be eating locally.
The city's always worked well with us as an organization. Of course, the community welcomes us, the hotels welcome us, the restaurants welcome us. So it's been a good fit.
This is the Mafucci family's fourth time attending the Jehovah's Witness convention in Tucson. They say the entire congregation inspires each other to better themselves and offer support.
To be able to leave what you're doing every day at home behind and just concentrate on what you're going to be learning these 3 days, and also being able to just enjoy the interchange, the encouragement that we get from one another it's priceless.
Tucson is hosting 6 of these conventions from now through August, attracting an estimated 60,000 Jehovah's Witnesses, boosting Tucson's economy. The next English convention will be on August 16th, with the Spanish one coming up on July 19th. Reporting from downtown on Church and Cushing, Jacqueline Aguilar, KGA 9.
I'm a little disappointed. I didn't see my mother. But I want you friends to realize that these dates were July 5th through the 7th. This would have been the one we would have gone to. And I find it interesting, they were going to have like 3,000 people?
Yeah.
Remember when we used to go? 10, 11, 12,000 people?
Well, that's why I'm almost speechless. 3,000? They're expecting 3,000 today? That's what she said.
Yeah.
A 47-year tradition, the convention will bring in an estimated 3,000 people today to...
3,000 in that huge arena?
But look at the overall thing. It was a complete business-related ad. If you don't believe me, go back and listen to how much they were pushing local business and how much Jehovah's Witnesses and their money is being infused into the local business.
Because that's how they sell it to the local businesses, the hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
And what I caught is she says they're going to have 6 conventions in Tucson, and they're expecting up to 60,000. So they're going to expect 60,000 from those 6 conventions, and that's 10,000 apiece. No, there's not 10,000 people there.
If this one's only got about 3,000, they're really going to fall short of that number.
Yeah.
But see, this is what Jehovah's Witnesses do. They blow smoke up the skirts of all these politicians, and these politicians, like a lot of religious people, buy the bullshit.
You know what I was happy to see, though?
What?
I am so glad Jehovah's Witnesses are allowing dogs now into the convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine us bringing our 3 dogs?
Oh, good Lord. And let them go? Or they accidentally get loose?
We'd end up having to stay home because taking care of our dogs would be more important than feeding at Jehovah's table when you realize 100 plus in the afternoons are not coming back to gulp it down.
Yeah.
It's just It's just pathetic. But we predicted it years ago. This is what would happen. Because the internet and YouTube is more powerful than the Jehovah's Witnesses and their pretentious God, Jehovah.
Yeah. But I mean, when they were showing, the convention, same thing. It was empty.
Yeah.
It was empty. I mean, and there again, all these brothers with beards and goatees.
Beards.
Yeah. But I remember that convention center. It used to be packed.
You didn't phrase that right. All these weak brothers with beards and goatees. All these spiritually weak men.
Well, even their public spokesman had a goatee.
He's weak. They just don't think ahead, especially today. Because with us, having been Jehovah's Witnesses for 42 years, we know what they've said, we know what they've done to strong-arm people, and now that they're lost, now that they've actually lost control, well, we better give a little bit. What's going to be next, Jehovah's Witnesses? You're going to start allowing earrings in men now? Oh, see, Mikey's a little weak because he pierced his ear, but give it a few years and you'll probably see it.
Do you remember what your mom said to you when you got your ear pierced?
Well, I've slept once or twice since then. What is she? Oh, yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting, yeah.
So, if they start allowing pierced ears then, do you think you'll get a call from her apologizing?
I haven't even gotten a call from her apologizing about the beard yet. Because remember what she said when I come back from the rendezvous with the beard? It wasn't pretty. You just can't make this crap up. You just can't, because Watchtower writes the script for us.
Now we have a surprise for everybody, and we want to apologize to everybody who has been patiently waiting. Now, if you look behind us, those are all of our nail and coffins that we have done since 2014. And we started doing this in 2014, and it was those that had woken up and left, or they were PMOs.
Yep.
And those that had left before 2014, we have what we call the old timers, which is this little metal
right
cross
here.
right here.
Yep.
So once again, we apologize for taking so long. We have some nails to add to this coffin lid. And if anybody wants to be on the coffin lid, just to show, it's just a symbol to say, you know what? Look, I'm free. Watchtower is no longer controlling me. And you would not believe how many PMOs are on all of these coffin lids.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, we don't mind doing these again. So just let me know, KimmyAnnBrooks@gmail.com. And if you don't want to put your names, you can just put initials.
Yep.
Because most of the PMOs that are on these, it's only initials that we have done. Now we have a playlist that I will put in the link down below. If you have any interest in going watching some of our nail and coffins we have done in the past. And I know not too many were watching those, but we would put properties that were being sold in there. We would put other news and information that we didn't put in any other videos. And, unfortunately, we didn't get too many views for our nails and coffin.
And that's one of the reasons why we kind of quit doing it, too. One of the reasons.
Plus, I didn't get any new names for at least 2 to 3 years. And so it just kind of faded away. But, if you all want to renew it, we will be happy to do them.
Yeah.
So, you ready, Mikey?
I'm ready. Let's, now for this particular one, we've only got 2 families, and I decided to put them right here in the, nojw.org symbol.
Yeah.
And in fact, so before you get on to that, the last one that we did that had a lot of numbers was 12/31/21, but we went from there to 2023 with only 132. That was basically a family. how many were in a family, and I think they're all represented by all these red ones right here.
Yeah,
See?
that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was a huge family.
Entire family right here, Watchtower.
Yeah.
Tell us we're not having an effect. Okay, we're going to start with a family of 5 right here in the white.
Okay, WR, MR, KR, SP, AR.
Okay, and then we have another family of 6 right up here in the blue.
RR, SR, TR, MR, LR, JR. Then we have a couple.
Couple right here in the red. I'm going to start the slash in the nojw.org.
Victoria and Roger.
Okay. And now we have a couple of singles, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put you right down here on the corner of these 2 blue pins.
Okay, Naomi and LL.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome to your freedom. Yes.
Welcome to your freedom. We're so happy for you.
Yes.
And like I said, if anybody wants to be on the coffin lid as a symbol of your freedom from the cult of Watchtower, just email me, and we'll be happy, to do more of these now. And I want to thank the person so much who has volunteered to help me get the Watchtower property tracker back up and running. They're having a difficult time because I had started doing my own list again, and so they're trying to integrate everything. So, and if he can't get the public one to working again, to where all of you can add properties or look at the public spreadsheet, I will be more than happy to share the list with anybody. As far as my records, I have over 1,040, property listings on there. So anyway, thank you for watching so much, and we love all of you. We appreciate everything and the love and support. We appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.